Turner talk about the arrogance of the NFL.
Yeah, so this is something that I've, it's been on my mind for a while, and I've talked about it, and a lot of people don't agree with me. So if we were still doing points, I would get all disagrees here. So I'll just say that. But I feel like the arrogance of the NFL to me is something that bothers me. I feel like basketball is starting to do it now, but football to me has been doing this for years, and they inundate us with their product all year. I feel like, what do we have the combine for? Why is the combine televised? Like, why do we care about OTAs? Why are these things? Why is day 3 of the draft with round 7 on TV still getting, even though it's on ESPN2? Why is that stuff constantly shoved down our throat? I feel like what they're trying to do is, in one hand, they'll talk about the player safety and we care about them, but then I feel like they hit the effects of concussions and CTE from the players, and then I also feel like they're trying to add 2 more games to the schedule, and I just feel like the arrogance of the NFL is something that really bothers me. They say protect the shield, and I understand they want to try to keep their nose as clean as possible, but then you waste all of this money chasing Tom Brady for Deflategate. Yes, Deflategate is something, as far as the footballs, that impacted the game. But why are people still talking about this at this point? Why is it not resolved? And I feel as though they constantly want to shove these things down our throat, and I just don't like it. Again, I know I might be in a minority there because everyone is, pro football, and they think that football is everything, but I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan at all.
Tap me in. Tap me in. Tap me in.
You actually gonna talk this time?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. I ain't even gonna come at you, Turner, because I agree with you, man. I feel you. If anybody feel you, I feel you, Turner. The NFL, man, like, if there's anything going on in NFL, it's gonna be on television. It's gonna be on the internet. They're gonna stream it. They're gonna charge you to watch it on your laptop. Something. They're gonna try to make some type of money out of it. Eventually it's gonna get to the point where, oh, you want to watch ESPN? Well, you're gonna have to get a membership to watch ESPN to watch an NFL game if you want to see it with the halftime show. Like, they're gonna come up with something. There's always some type of money grab that they're trying to do. And I understand where you're coming from. You just don't like it, and I ain't mad at you for that. But the arrogance is there. The NFL feels that their market is whatever they want to make it. And like you said, they're making sure that we know that it's their market. They're doing things that other sports aren't even, like, fathoming, like, how to get their product out. And it can get tiring, especially the people who don't care that much about it. For me, the more football, the better. But I do understand the biggest cojones of any sport by thinking that whatever they do, people will buy. People will do it, which brings our to do is make a developmental football league, like what Allen proposed last week. That's all I'm gonna say, Turner. You're on the right path. I believe you on that. NFL is beyond arrogant.
I definitely agree that the NFL is arrogant, but unlike Turner, I don't have a problem with it on the whole. The only thing that I do have a problem with is what we've talked about, the league expecting us to just accept Roger Goodell being good for the league, and the pretend measures that they've put in place to make the game more safe. I think it's arrogant of them to sit here and say that the things that they've done to make the game safer and reducing concussions, so on and so forth, because it's not. And the average fan, I feel like, is smart enough to know better. That part really bothers me. I don't like the fact that the NFL won't just come up. Had the NFL just been honest about it from the beginning and said that football is a violent sport, if you play, you're going to get hurt, I'd have been fine with it. But saying we're going to put measures in place to make the game a game that can't be safer, to me was disrespectful. The other parts of arrogance that you talked about, I really don't have a problem with it. You know, everybody loves the underwear Olympics. Everybody loves seeing these dudes, you know, seeing 290-pound guys try to run a 4.8. I think it's cool. I don't watch it, but I do enjoy hearing about it. I love hearing how the offensive linemen do the cone drills and stuff like that. I think it's fun. A lot of people think it's fun. It's entertainment. And like Purvis said, it's all about money. People are tuning into the NFL Network to watch the Combine. People are actually watching, what is it that they just did, All or Nothing or something I keep seeing on Twitter, where they live recorded and are streaming, I think the Cardinals camp. People want to watch that. People want to watch Hard Knocks, even though the teams don't want to do it. And that's another thing I think is arrogant as hell. You're picking teams to do Hard Knocks, even though no team wants to do it. But the point is, people are going to watch it. And I think that's one of the reasons why eventually you will see a spring football league either hosted or co-sponsored by the NFL, because they're going to make money off of anybody who wants to watch some kind of sport that isn't football after the season ends. If you get to a point you've got guys who don't want to watch the playoffs, the NBA playoffs, if they can watch, you know, spring football and see these guys leading up to after the draft, leading up to trying to make teams or develop, they're absolutely going to do it. I think within the next 5 years you'll see that. What it comes down to is most people, not named Turner, don't have a problem with the NFL's arrogance because they just love to watch football.
And I would be one of those people that don't have a problem with it. I'm one of those people who lives, breathes, surrounds themselves with football. I love everything about football. Whatever it is, you know, you can tell me, hey, they're having the training staff Olympics for the NFL. Okay, let me go watch that. Let me DVR that. You know, I love everything about football, and I think that's what they're trying to tap into. You know, they're trying to find. I don't see it as much as arrogance as it is marketing, because they're getting so much bad publicity because of the lawsuits, because of CTE, because of players getting arrested. That they're trying to get some good, let you see the other side of it. You know, not just seeing on Sunday, seeing people actually play. Well, now it's every day of the week, Sunday, Monday, Thursday night games. I'm sure they're trying to get Saturday soon, but they're trying to get you to see these players outside of just on the field. And I think that's what they're trying to tap into with the draft. You know, with the draft, you want to see them, hey, how did they get from point A to point B? How did they get from college to preparing for the draft all the way up until the actually playing in the NFL? So I feel like, you know, with fantasy football, that brought in a large amount of fans because, hey, I can win money on this. I can bet on these guys. You can also do it, or you can also attach it to, you know, they're doing, everyone's into reality TV shows now, and basically that's what Hard Knocks is. It's reality TV. You know, you get to see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. I just feel like it's unnecessary. I do. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's no place for it. I'm not even gonna go that far, because there's obviously a place for it, and there's, you know, there are people who are gonna watch it, but with everything else that the NFL is arrogant about and talks out of both sides of their face about, I feel like you constantly trying to shove this down our throats is an issue, and I'm just not a fan of it.
Man, I think that 90% of everybody is. It's going to be interesting, though, like Purvis said, you know, what the next step is, like how we progress, how we get to see more NFL, because the reality is there's going to be more NFL. I think I saw last week they said that they're going to upload some old Super Bowls on YouTube or something like that. So they're taking steps to be more constant year round. And so it'll be interesting to see how that turns, like what that turns into.
And they're just constantly trying to find different ways to get people into the NFL. You know, trying to attack the other audiences, trying to bring in as many people as possible.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way of looking at it. But this is about all the time that we have. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us, all the viewers, everybody who's going to be watching it afterwards. As always, if you have comments or questions, catch us on the Facebook, hit us up on Twitter. Feel free to ask us anything. Some of us will be going live this week, so if you have something like that, we can address it beforehand. And if not, we'll catch you guys next week. Signing off. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.